Good evening. You're watching the news on NDTV. I'm Padmaja Joshi, and a big story today at 7 in a brazen display of strength. Some right-wing groups were seen distributing swords in Uttar Pradesh's Ghaziabad. For what? They said that this was to prepare Hindus for a Bangladesh-like situation if it were to arise. Images that came in from across Uttar Pradesh. If in Ghaziabad it was these right-wing groups, then there was Yati Narsinganand, that famous person who again and again makes provocative statements, has multiple cases lodged against him, again made an incendiary speech, with the result that as all of these videos gained currency, as they were circulated across social media, voices started asking questions of the Uttar Pradesh government. The Congress hit out, demanding a ban on such groups, in particular the Bajrang Dal. Take a look at what happened.
An open provocation and violation of law. The men from Hindu right-wing groups distributing weapons, including swords, to Hindu homes in Ghaziabad with very provocative messages.
ये अपनी बहन बेटी की सुरक्षा के लिए अगर बांग्लादेश जैसी स्थिति पैदा होती है
तो मुल्लाओं को काटना है, विधर्मियों को अपनी सुरक्षा हेतु। जय श्री राम।
This is happening right next to the capital in UP's Ghaziabad. These men make videos of their unlawful acts, bragging that they will arm their community against perceived threat from Muslims. As the offensive videos went viral, UP police sprung into action and arrested 10 people from the Hindu Raksha Dal.
हिंदू रक्षा दल के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष पिंकी चौधरी द्वारा तलवार वितरण किया जा रहा है। सूचना का त्वरित संज्ञान लेकर थाना शालीमार गार्डन में उक्त प्रकरण में 16 नामजद व 25-30 अज्ञात लोगों के विरुद्ध मुकदमा पंजीकृत कर लिया गया है। अब तक प्रकरण में 10 लोगों की गिरफ्तारी सुनिश्चित कर ली गई है।
The opposition has hit out at the UP government and the centre for giving a free run to such elements, demanding a ban on Bajrang Dal.
ये नफरत फैलाने वाले लोग हैं, संगठन है, और ये बजरंग दल वीएचपी का एक हिस्सा है और वीएचपी आरएसएस का हिस्सा है। तो कौन जिम्मेदार है? इसकी जिम्मेदार जरूर आरएसएस है, और जो आरएसएस जो बोलते हैं वो कर रहा है बजरंग दल। इसी वजह से ये बजरंग दल को आपको पाबंदी लगाना ही है।
This is not an isolated incident of right-wing groups making a mockery of law. Hindu activists raided a birthday party in UP's Bareilly and assaulted 2 Muslim boys who were invited to the party by their college mate. It was only after an uproar over the assault video that the cops booked the attackers. Last week also saw a number of attacks on Christmas celebrations by the similar right-wing groups in many parts of the country. Raising the question, how do these loonies feel emboldened to take law into their own hands and disturb peace? NDTV Bureau Report.
All right, joining us on the show today, we have Shama Mohammed, National Spokesperson of the Congress, will be joining us in just a bit. But let me start with National Spokesperson of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Amitosh Parikh. Amitosh, how is it allowed for people like this, the so-called Hindu Raksha Dal? You have another Yati Narsinganand who barged in. Then you had a case of Bajrang Dal activists who had, entered, who had gate crashed a party being thrown by a young girl, and made accusations of love jihad only because there were 2 Muslim boys present over there. How is this going unchecked?
Jai Shri Ram Padmaji, and I feel so sad that the national spokesperson who claimed the allegations by taking a name of Vishwa Hindu Parishad and Bajrang Dal, whereas the total there's no involvement of Bajrang Dal and Vishwa Hindu Parishad came into role, but she was so agitated to put Vishwa Hindu Parishad and Bajrang Dal into the court marks and claim that these people belongs to Vishwa Hindu Parishad Bajrang Dal. First of all. Second, are we living in the country which is known Bharat, or are we living in 57 Islamic nations where Sartanjuda has become a very secular slogan? Recently, Allahabad High Court has said Sartanjuda is not a secular and national slogan, but there was failure from the Congress party who didn't come forward and raise any words when Sartanjuda slogans have been raised in country and Bharat. When we talk about arms, I think we should understand the law. the introduction said that we are making the mockery, the Hindus are making mockery of the law. But the law says very clearly and specifically and categorically, under Section 2, Subclause C of Arms Act of 1959, the swords are not coming into arms and the lethal weapons. They were not edged and there were no sharp-edged weapons. Just similar, the kripans are not considered as weapons when Singh brother used.
You know, we can split hair. Look, I mean, it's fine. This may be Hindu Raksha Dal, it may not be the Bajrang Dal, but that still doesn't condone what was being said over there. Was incendiary, saying कि भाई हम हिंदू अपनी रक्षा करेगा, हम बांग्लादेश में बदल जाएंगे. This is provocative, right?
No, you saying that the distribution of swords is against the law. Then you saying that the distribution of swords and the use of swords...
If you're arguing the finer parts of the law, maybe not. But is it provocative? Yes, it is.
Oh, is definitely. Then what happened to Kamlesh Tiwari, Samuel Petty, Amravati and Kanhaiya, Chandan Gupta? Were they also making mockery of the law? When you not talk about this, we'll hang you in front of the...
I talk about Kanhaiya Lal all the time. I talk about what happened to Umesh Kole all the time. But Amitosh Parikh, if we are going to keep going down this road and say कि तुम भी तलवार उठा लो, फिर तुम भी हसिया उठा लो और तुम भी फरसा उठा लो, then we might as well say let's go out and fight each other on the streets. And
no, absolutely not. No? In Sanatan Dharma, we have Ayodhya Puja. Even Sikh worships Sanatan Dharma. Even Sikh worships weapons and arms. So you're saying the worshipping of weapons or arms is against the mockery of the law and we are making the mockery of the law and against the law. Whereas the Supreme Court and the various courts is already in their judgments has said Trishul, tridents are not coming under the definition of weapons. So are we so agitated to bring them under the definition of weapons or are we so not understanding?
So you're saying, and let's bring Shama Mohammed into the conversation, you're saying there is nothing wrong with what happened in Ghaziabad? Amitosh?
Was asked were they Bajrang Dal or not. She said that she took the name of Bajrang Dal.
Okay, Shama Mohammed, since you've just joined, let me fill you in. Amitosh Parikh of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad has said, why are you besmirching the Bajrang Dal when the people responsible for what happened in Ghaziabad don't even belong to Bajrang Dal? They are from the Hindu Raksha Dal. And you're demanding a ban on Bajrang Dal. Why?
Hi. Okay, so today I just want to tell you one thing, Padmaja. I'm going to speak as an Indian. I don't want the person from VHP pointing at me because of my surname or anything. I'm an Indian.
No, nobody's pointing on me.
Wait, because when I tweet on these things, I have seen your people who are bots.
You took the name of Bajrang Dal. I can file a complaint against you by taking a wrong name of any organization. First say he was not Bajrang Dal members.
Okay, one at a time.
Any confirmation?
Let her start. She's just joined. Go on.
I'm just going to keep quiet. If he's going to shout, I will just keep quiet.
I'm not shut my voice. You're taking the name without any evidences and you're coming forward and say ban Bajrang Dal.
Okay, let her at least make an opening comment. She's just joined. Go on. Shama Mohammed, the principal objection is, why bring in Bajrang Dal when these are not even affiliated to Bajrang Dal? Shama
One second. I came and tweeted, did I say that this is because I want the Bajrang Dal to be banned? Did I point out in my tweet, anywhere in this particular thing, I said it is Bajrang Dal? What I'm trying to say, you have to understand that we have enough incidents from 1999 of Graham Staines, 1998 attacking churches. We have 2002 where Babu Bajrangi was convicted, and we have the video where he keeps saying that, I am ready to, I have a smile, I feel like laughing when I murder. Then you have again in 2000 where during the Rajasthan assembly elections, 2003 April, Praveen Togadia takes against these swords and goes to Rajasthan, and he says, what, we need to use talwar. So I'm going on various incidents, all right? Okay. And then you had Nasir and Junaid, let's not forget, in 2023, were abducted from Rajasthan and burned alive where? In Haryana. So that was Bajrang Dal. So they were Bajrang Dal activists in that, Monu Manesar was held by the police. So one very important thing, what we see is that I'm giving you evidence after evidence. And let's understand one thing here. We want protection of all our citizens. Now, PFI was banned. I'm very happy about it. Any radical Islamic thing should be banned. Simi was banned. Very good. So I'm taking the same bet. Bajrang Dal should be banned. And now let's not forget that cafe incident where a girl...
Okay, let's open this up.
I will commit suicide tomorrow. She's come out and said, my parents never taught me to make friends based on religion.
You are talking about what happened to a birthday party in Kanpur, which I was just referring to earlier, where there was a birthday party by a girl. There were 2 Muslim boys present. There were people from the Bajrang Dal who barged in, Amitosh Parikh, and they accused the entire party of Love Jihad. And Shama Mohammed is linking all of this and saying this hooliganism continues, which is why if a PFI should be banned, so should a Bajrang Dal. Amitosh Parikh.
Thank you so much, Padmaja. First of all, I object that you have come on a very conclusive statement that the people belong from Bajrang Dal, but still the matter is under investigation and no conclusive proof or evidence has come forward before so that we can come on a conclusive judgment they were belong to Bajrang Dal or not. Second of all, when it comes to Umar, we are so agitated that this is a part and parcel of investigation.
No, I'm sorry, are you saying they don't belong to the Bajrang Dal?
Let me speak at least.
No, the Kanpur Cafe people, they don't belong to the Bajrang Dal, are you saying?
I say they don't belong to Bajrang Dal. Is there any investigation? Is there any conclusive proof? Is there any investigation? Is there any statement? Nothing has been done. But you are too agitated to claim that they belongs to Bajrang Dal, like by co-panelists.
So you're saying that the police is wrong in saying that they belong to the Bajrang Dal?
No, but they don't belong. So why should we claim they belong to Bajrang Dal?
The police
is lying.
We claim that they don't belong to Bajrang Dal.
You're saying the police is also lying.
Who says police is like the matter parcel of investigation? The investigation didn't complete. The charge sheet has not been
investigated. The police have investigated and
statements has not taken. The evidences are not into picture. You're too agitated to claim that they are Bajrang Dal.
Do you want to deny Nasser and Junaid were burned alive by the Bajrang Dal? Do you want to deny that Graham Staines and his son were burned alive by the Bajrang Dal? See, you have to understand that you are causing...
You don't...
A girl is saying that I do not... My parents have not...
Padmaja, I didn't speak when she was speaking. Let me complete my point.
No, what you're saying, I'm refuting what you're saying is like Padmaja, a dear friend and an anchor, we are all standing as Indians today. Like I said, if PFI is banned, if Simi is banned, we don't want any radical organization on this Hindu Sena, which was going
Padmaja, can I make my point?
They say that
let him respond, please.
Do this with their ideology is Bajrang Dal. Their ideology.
Let me make my point, ma'am.
Okay, let him respond. Amitosh Parikh.
Thank you so much. I don't need a lecture from the people who took support of SDPI or SIMI or PFI in Karnataka 2018. So better they don't teach me what is radicalization when they take support of Jamaat-e-Islami. So better they don't teach me what Vishwa Hindu Parishad Bajrang Dal is. So now coming on my second point, they consider sword as a weapon. They consider Trishul as a weapon. They consider everything belongs to Hindu as a weapon. They consider everything belongs to Hindu as an anti-national. They consider everything belongs to Hindu as a radicalization because they believe in an ideology. The saffron is a terror. And therefore I claim before you that I am wearing a saffron and I am not a terrorist. Also coming at the same time, Additional District and Session Judge Ajay Kumar, in his judgment has quoted that trident and sword are not coming under the definition of weapon under Arms Act of 1959. Is there any order? The Karnataka government has moved before the High Court to ban RSS. What happened there? The Karnataka government has moved before the High Court. What happened there? The Congress government has moved several times before the court. What happened there? In Harsha murder case, why she was not speaking about it? Dhruv Tyagi, she failed the name. Kamlesh Tiwari, she forgot the name. She forgot every name which is coming from a Hindu and being part and parcel of the mob lynching of Muslims. But she's very much radicalized or speaking and agitating.
Padmaja, whether it's a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian, whoever commits a crime, they should be convicted. Listen to it. I do not care about the religion of the person. My issue today is those even brandishing the swords are saying it in the name of Hinduism, which is very wrong. Now, if you want to protect, why don't you go to the borders?
But they are not protected, Shama. On that, we have to be clear. 20 of these men have been arrested. Those who are distributing swords, they have case against them. As far as the Bareilly case is also concerned, I want to just give a little bit of a background of the main accused who currently is absconding. This man, by the way, has been booked by the UP police only in the past. Let me give you a little bit of a rap sheet of this man. His name is Rishabh Thakur. He is 24 years old and he is the prime accused in that birthday celebration Vigilantism. This man had earlier been arrested by the UP police in an attempt to murder case in July this year. He was sent to jail. The court gave him bail in August. Then he is accused in an extortion case. The police have filed a charge sheet against him. There is also a Gunda Act case against him, if I am not mistaken. My only argument is that, when we think that these are so-called Hindu vigilante groups, could these actually just be low-level Gundas who are passing themselves off as Hindu groups? Shama.
So Padmaja, my question today is, now we saw what happened with Nasser and Junaid. Now the police, Rajasthan police's investigation was obstructed by the Haryana police who was protecting Monu Manesar. Now you have hung a Memon, all right? Very good. Whoever has committed a crime, whether it's a Mumbai blast or any of that, please, I don't care if Abu Salim is in jail. Very good. He's done a wrong. I will never support a Muslim if the guy has done. Whoever has done wrong should be convicted. The problem is these people right now, the police arrest. After some time, they get bail. Why? Like you mentioned, this particular guy who had the UP police, he has a history sheet. Why does he keep doing it? Because you don't convict them. They need proper.
But bail to everyone gets. I mean, Shah Rukh Khan Pathan, who was caught on camera pointing a pistol at a policeman during the Delhi riots, the courts have given him also bail. Now, while you and I may not agree with it, Shama, the fact is all kinds of lumpens and criminals get bail from court. What can one do about it?
1 minute. For that, Padmaja, Kapil Mishra, who was standing next to a DGP and threatening that right now there's the president of America. After this, I'll show you.
Okay.
He's not in jail, but other people are professors and all of them or PhD students are in jail. So what I'm trying to say is that, yes, the law is unfair. It should be fair on everybody.
Okay, Amitosh Parikh, and while the law will take its own course, at the very least, if Shama Mohammed is saying that I agree with the ban on the PFI, shouldn't you also agree that such distribution of weapons, such incendiary slogans, they are doing nobody a favor? Whataboutery is going to get us nowhere. Can't we just be sensible and say, let's not have these kind of incitement to violence? Amitosh.
You are putting the seeds of hatred. You say you might just do you might think we are not doing anything wrong. Those lumpen elements will go and say, humko diya hai hatyar, mara hai, Bangladesh. Maro. That is the wrong thing. This is not going to get us anywhere as Indians.
Done?
Yes, go on.
I believe that when I make my point, Shama will remain quiet because we come from a nationalist organization where we learn to respect women. We are not K.R. Ramesh, where we go and justify rape as inevitable and women cannot destroy. Now, coming on my point.
Babu Bajrangi do in 2002? Didn't he rape?
Let me make my point.
Okay,
I'm making a sensible point, Shama. By shouting, you cannot be a scapegoat. Let me make my point. You counter at your time.
Tell me that.
This is not how you debate. This is not how we debate. This is not how we debate.
This is how we debate. Because you're saying we don't touch women. Babu Bajrangi raped women in Gujarat, and he said,
is this the manner she debates? And I think
okay, let's limit ourselves right now to this, please. Let's not go to P.R. Ramesh, please, or whoever else. Yes, go on.
So definitely I will go to K.R. Ramesh because they don't know how to respect women, but we do. But they consider us
what is Babu Bajrangi? Babu Bajrangi is Bajrang Dal or not? Can you tell me yes or no?
Can I make my
point? Okay, please come to the point. Yes.
Yes or no? I'm asking you, Babu Bajrangi, is he Bajrang Dal or not? Which is an affiliation of
I'm responding to Padmaja.
PhD. What is Praveen Togadia? You're saying Praveen Togadia is not...
Okay, can we please come back to the year 2025? Amitosh Parikh, I think we will all be the wiser. It will be better for everyone if we were just to, without any caveats, if and but say, ऐसी चीजें नहीं करनी चाहिए. Boss, किसी का फायदा नहीं.
Two questions. No, I asked two questions. The first question is coming from the law of Article 19, freedom of movement and freedom of peaceful assembly. Are we infringing that? Nobody's infringing that. Second, whether these swords which been distributed by so-called people are coming under Arms Act, Section 2 Clause C is not coming under Arms Act. They are not coming as weapon. So when the thing they've been distributed not coming under Arms Act and Section 2C, you cannot claim them as offenders. Second, you cannot infringe anyone's rights because you consider it as anti-national, because you say, when you go and say Jai Palestine because say Jai Shri Ram, it's considered to be radicalization for you, but Jai Palestine is not radicalization.
You know, there is a world of a difference between saying Jai Shri Ram and distributing swords, and while you are arguing the fine end of the law and it may not be a violation of the Arms Act, जब वो इस sword का इस्तेमाल करके violation कर ही लेंगे तो फिर क्या ही फायदा होगा? We're talking about having a decent society and not arguing a murder case in a court of law. Anyhow, let's hope that better sense prevails. I really do not think that these people are representative of any society, leave alone any religion, and to, sort of justify what they are doing, to what end they are doing this, God alone knows. I don't think in a civil society we should be justifying this kind of action. In that fond hope, thank you very much. Shama Mohammed, Amitosh Parikh, thanks very much for joining us, and I hope you both have a good new year. Thanks for watching. Time for a very quick break.